Hey, fellow creatives, not just fellow creatives, small business owners too. I want to talk about a topic that I believe is actually derailing our businesses and actually killing the growth of our businesses, and that's people pleasing. You know exactly what I'm talking about too. When you want to say no, but you say yes, or you undercharge your services because you believe you're keeping the client happy and doing what will keep them on board. All this stuff is actually killing the business and hurting it more than it's helping it. I don't understand why in our heads we believe that the people pleasing mentality is going to keep people happy and keep them around, but it's actually hurting us a lot more than it's helping us. So real quick, I wanted to give a small definition of what people pleasing is for those who might not understand it. And it is a pattern of behavior where an individual prioritizes pleasing others over their own needs, or in this case, business goals. As someone who naturally leans toward being a people pleaser, sometimes the idea of turning down requests or opportunities, it was and still is kind of difficult for me. There's always that fear of missing out or closing the door on a great opportunity or closing the door on a client that you've been working with for a long time. But in retrospect, people pleasing is like one of the worst things you can do, man. It leads you to undervaluing your work. It leads you to overcommitting. That's one of the worst things. I am definitely a proponent of that. I have overcommitted to many things before. You always want to say yes, 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 yes. I got you. No problem. Yeah, hit me up. I got you. Shoot it over. I got you. And you'll mess around and fill your day with a bunch of little odd jobs and a bunch of little things that, one, you probably don't want to do, or two, you actually don't have time to do because you have to build your business as well. You have to take time to not just do client work, but actually work on your own business. And there's been plenty of times that my people pleasing has put me in a position where I actually couldn't grow my own business because by the time I was done working on everyone else's business and helping them thrive and succeed, I didn't have any more time for myself. I was wore out. I didn't even want to look at my computer anymore. I wanted to go over some of the consequences that people pleasing can play on your business that it has played on mine personally. One, compromised quality. And that goes back to what I said earlier in the fact that I was constantly telling everybody yes, but when I was filling up too much of my time and overcommitting to things, now I'm just trying to rush stuff out, get it out as fast as I can. And I end up compromising the quality on some of the work that I've done because I don't have the time to sit down and focus on just this one project when I've accepted 10 more projects by the time 1 o'clock hit. There's also financial implications. I'll end up undercharging my services, trying to keep the client happy, trying to keep them on board. And ultimately, I am a business too. I'm running a business. Businesses have to not just break even, but they have to make profit to continue going. So undercharging your services, trying to people please, it's just killing the growth. The last thing is personal and professional boundaries. I wasn't really setting those with a lot of the clients because I wanted to treat everybody as if they were a friend and befriend everybody that came into me. And to an extent, it's not a terrible idea because you do want to build some kind of a relationship with your client, build a relationship with the people you're working with, but you have to set boundaries so that people aren't calling you or texting you at 12 in the morning asking for work right now. And yes, that happens. That happens more often than you think. You got to make sure that you set those personal and professional boundaries and not just say yes to everything. So I want to work on it. I want to work on fixing my people-pleasing ways. I want to work on changing my mindset about that so that I can actually grow as a business. When I look at companies like Netflix, and we'll just talk about like price increases. A people pleaser like myself, sometimes it's hard to increase your prices because you're afraid that the client is going to leave. You're afraid you're going to lose business. And I understand the idea and the sentiment because we all have to eat. So you got to do what you got to do to make sure that you eat, that you're taking care of your house and your home. But when I look at a company like Netflix, they'll just send you an email saying that the prices are going to increase. You can either get with it or leave. And sometimes we have to have that assertiveness when it comes to our businesses. If you believe that you're providing a great value, and you are, people are gonna stay. They're gonna stick around. That's not something you really have to worry about. But you can't allow your people pleasing to make you hold on to something you probably should have let go of a while ago. 3 things that I'm practicing to help me shift my mindset about people pleasing and how I maneuver when I'm conducting business with clients. 1 is having assertive communication. That is saying no when you really want to say no. So if you know that you're booked up for the rest of the day, but you know at 6 o'clock you want to go watch your show or you want to go do something else, telling someone, no, I can't have that to you today. No, I'm not going to take on this job. Yes, you're going to miss out on work, but I promise you, saying no opens up a whole new world of better work. Work that, 1, will probably be a little more fulfilling mentally for you, and 2, you're opening up the opportunity to do more lucrative work as well. The second thing is value recognition, and that's me kind of doing an audit of my own value, what I'm bringing to the table to my clients, how much I'm charging, doing market research to see where my prices lay in competition with others that are offering the same kind of services or around that same scale of business. So doing some actual value recognition and seeing if I truly believe that I'm offering a good value to the customer, that I can't be afraid of raising my rates. And the last thing, what I mentioned before, is just actually setting boundaries. Every person that I meet can't be my friend. Every person that I meet can't have direct and instant access to me. Like, you don't call the CEO of McDonald's. I don't know Tim Cook's number when something's going on with my MacBook and I need it to get fixed. So setting some actual personal and professional boundaries, I think, will help in the people-pleasing mentality, because it's harder to switch your mindset when you feel like these are your friends, but people will show you that they are not your friends the second that you aren't able to help them. When they think that you can do something for them and they think they can use you for something, oh, they're your best friends. They'll call you, they'll do whatever. But the second that you can't help them, they'll show you that they're not really your friends. And you have to remember that when you're going into these business relationships. Set boundaries, make sure you keep your personal separate from your business. Sometimes they'll intermingle, and that's perfectly fine, but make sure you set those boundaries. So in conclusion, we have to shift our mindsets about people pleasing. It's cool to want to help people out. It's cool to want to help your brothers and your sisters and your best friends and your aunties, uncles, cousins. And it's cool to want to take risks on what you believe could be a great opportunity. So that might mean giving out free work or doing something for free. But just remember, people pleasing isn't the way. It's not going to lead you to that great promised land of the 6-figure business. I don't believe it is. I don't think it's helped me. It has helped me establish some base level relationships, but when it comes to those bigger relationships, I can't just be a people pleaser. I'm going to do my best to help my customers. I'm going to do the best to help my clients, and I'm going to do the best to help their business grow as best as I can, but I can't say yes all the time. If you've had an issue before in your life where you were people pleasing or saying yes when you really want to say no, comment below. Let me know how that went for you. Let me know if you have any strategies or ways for people to kind of change their mindset. I could use some more help. So by all means, just comment below, let me know, and be on the lookout for the next video. Until next time, peace.